taking it there.
It's week 7 of the National Football League, and this one features the Ravens' rocket arm quarterback. He got his reps in last week, finishing with over 300 passing yards. It's the Ravens and the Hawks on Sunday night.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland and M&T Bank Stadium. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Seattle Seahawks and the Baltimore Ravens. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Raven team as they get ready here. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game, so they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Seahawks, they've got all W's on the ledger so far, a perfect 6-0.
Yeah, still a long way to go in this season, but they're showing everyone early on that they intend to be there in the end.
Toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. So here come the Ravens with their first look on offense. And trotting out there, no introduction needed for this guy around the league. Now in his 7th season as a QB.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw 1 touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
The drive will start with an option going left. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down.
So that run there, yeah, I don't know if it's overstating things to call it a thing of beauty, but in terms of football plays, that's as good as you're going to see.
A first down carry now for Miller. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That first good for 20 and a first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
They'll try to punch it in with Miller. And he will force his way into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there.
Hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it's capped off by the Baltimore score.
This taken in at the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
So here come the Seahawks now for their first drive. And a peek at a guy with a lot of experience. His 9th year now in the NFL under center.
And normally in this spot we talk about passing numbers from last week, but this time it's all about the rushing. 3 times he found the end zone in his last ball game. He is a do-everything quarterback, and you have to expect we'll see him call his own number here as well.
They'll run with Walker to begin the drive.
And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
Well, Charles, something we talked about last week, when you start believing whether you're in the midst of a special season or not. Well, now they're at 6-0. Are you still trying to tamp down the expectations in that locker room?
Well, to me, it's less about tamping down expectations and much more about not getting ahead of yourself as a team. And look, they've got to play each game individually. Right? Many teams talk about being 1-0 at the end of each and every game each week. To me, you got to understand you cannot win the Super Bowl in October.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
The Seahawks at 6-0. What a start to the season for them. And they have certainly got it rolling as of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, the very next game, you point out to them, we're on a nice run here. And if we keep doing this, we'll be playing at home in the postseason. And we know that could ride us all the way to the Super Bowl.
And this throw will be intercepted.
And the Ravens are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Well, they sent him on the blitz from that linebacker spot, and boy, he got there quickly.
He certainly did, and obviously he could have used a block from his running back, but I think you nailed it right there. The defender got into the backfield so fast, it's hard for anyone to react.
Now here's a throw that's complete, and they work this well upfield across the 45. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And the defense, they'll spread the field, a dime package here on 3rd and 12.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. It's reeled in by Baldwin. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 32-yard line. That 3rd down conversion good for 23. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Now it's Miller running right. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
On 2nd down, here's Miller. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Man coverage and decided to test him early, but it proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
And this one is right through, and that will extend their lead even further.
So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
Taking it about the 1. And he returns this to the 22. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 10-0 the score after one. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2, as they've got it with a third down coming up. They'll try for the first with Walker. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
Back to Walker on first down. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now we've got a 3rd and 4. They'll set up to throw. Toward the sideline, he will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. And that is incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they're in a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
They'll look to throw again. He completes this to Walker. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And they will get to this one and down it at the 13-yard line. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. And they are back down to the 500 mark after 2 straight losses. And, Charles, this is a team that, to be frank, their play has really dropped off the last couple of weeks.
And, Brandon, I think there's a sense around the building that they can't let this losing streak get any worse than it is. Because if they were to lose here and fall below 500, then you're playing catch-up the rest of the way. They've got to take a stand and make it stop right now.
3 yards remain for 2nd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was the strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Toward the sideline, it's complete, an athletic grab, but still well short of the first. The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Fielded at about the 28. pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards.
And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that can put your team in some jeopardy?
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score.
Let's go.
2nd and 4.
And his throw here is incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. He'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete.
And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give them 7 there on the 1st down carry.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
And this heads straight to the sideline. I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. No, they won't. Here comes the flag.
We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose it down on the grounding call. On play action, they'll throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 28. They'll look to throw.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down.
And this one incomplete. Oh, I couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up 3rd down.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw.
Open man is Metcalf. He's got it.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Back to throw again. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. It's a quarterback sneak, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. It's their quarterback in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Seahawks are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going.
And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled into 20. The Seahawk offense set to go to begin this third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively. Virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Slot man moves right. Here we go on 2nd and 12. He'll find Metcalf. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there, because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
They go play action here on first down.
That's going to be caught by Pitts.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And the Seahawks are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Here's Walker.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown.
Kenneth Walker.
His 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Seahawks have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Hard to argue with that being their best drive of the game so far as they use the running game to get them into the end zone.
Couldn't agree more, partner. Prior to that drive, they sputtered a little bit, but it looks like they found the formula. I would expect them to go back to that more and more as this game develops.
An extra point by Bass, up and good.
And the lead is now 14-10.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half.
And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They'll look to throw here. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th.
So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
As we check the next-gen stats,
and all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Mark that down as a punt return of 78 yards.
And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
When you got a guy that fast back there to receive punts, that's a nightmare for the guy game planning, the special teams coach. But it's also a nightmare for the punter. Sometimes they get so nervous that they mishit the ball and kick it right to him.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that makes it a 21-10 game. So his big play capability in full display there as he's able to return that punt for a touchdown. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Looking to throw. And that is incomplete.
He's second in the NFL in interceptions, and you understand why. He plays a game of great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break on the football when it's in the air.
So fun to watch his closing speed, and another example of it on that play. And this will be taken at the 13.
Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th and final quarter.
19.
Walker now on 1st and 10.
And across midfield he goes into Raven territory.
40 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off the game.
On third down, here's Walker.
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. That one goes for 8 yards.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and this is taken in at the 5. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle.
Alec Pierce,
his first touchdown on the year.
And the Seahawks add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Here's Bass now for the extra point.
And the lead is up to 18 now. So that drive spanned 5 plays.
And it was capped off by a touchdown catch from Alec Pierce. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a 1st down. Now a handoff up the middle. Gaines. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Back to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. They'll drop to throw. Now he'll escape to his left. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the fourth quarter here. You've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown from 8 yards out.
And the Ravens have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
Sticking with Walker on second down.
And once again, they stop him behind the line. Great job by this Ravens defense. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's third down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He wants it all for the end zone. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. A great play there. 47 yards.
And the Seahawks are closing in now on a 7th straight win to start the year. Bass on for the extra point.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Escaping the pressure right. His throw incomplete.
Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Back to throw here. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll look to throw again. Throwing left side, it's complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 14. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. They'll set up a throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because.
Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the play, John Madden. It's a mini given Sunday magic. Lights came prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the play, John Madden. It's a mini given Sunday magic. Round of applause and you go, that's it. Damn, that's a bomb with a flick on my wrist. Jersey on my chest, that's a team that I rep. Came in as a rookie, now I'm balling like a vet. Say it with your chest. Hit him with the right, then I hit him with the left. Then the juke move. High swing, stiff arm, lights out, you snooze. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the play, John Madden. It's a mini given Sunday magic. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the play, John Madden. It's a mini given Sunday magic. It is not a game, it is not a game. Banging on your chip when I come through the pain. Never been about the money or the fame. But when it bring both, so here we go again. Wins on the road, yeah, I got those. Couple records that I hold, yeah, I got those. It's the playoffs, the team just got home. We ain't going outside when it matter most.